Hello, welcome to Mina's Bookshelf. It's time for a monthly general reading for all zodiac signs. We are about 1 week into the month of June, so this is going to be a reading covering all sun signs, moon signs, with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So the predictions and prescriptions might be covering also part of July. Now, these are general readings, might resonate with some of you, might resonate with you partially or entirely. As usual, my recommendation is to filter the messages through the lenses of your personal circumstances and disregard what doesn't ring a bell with your personal story. Themes regarding your love life, relationships, career, prosperity, general well-being might come through. And if you wish to dig a little deeper, if the messages resonate with you, you can contact me at the email address that you will find in the description of every video and book a private reading with me. My fees are very affordable. Now, these readings are for entertainment purposes only, and since our natal chart is a very complex portrait of our personality and our life, you might find messages in more than one sign. So if you know your natal chart or you have a way to get to know your natal chart, that would be a great help. So we're going to go through all the 12 zodiac signs, and you may want to pay attention to your placements of Venus and Jupiter. I consider also Mars, and keep in mind what planets and what signs you have, what is your sun sign, your moon sign. Okay, so let's begin with the Aries. There will be timestamps in the description of the video. Okay, for this reading, I will use my usual format, an oracle card for the theme of the month, for the general energy, and I'm using the Luminescent Oracle by Anna Neves. This is a recently published game, US Games Oracle deck. There will be at some point, I promise, a walkthrough and review of that, but in the meantime, I'm having fun using it because I really love it. And for the general message, for the 4 card spread, I'm going to use the Enchanted Förhäxa Tarot by MJ Cullinan, and this is a Hay House mass market edition of a previously independently published deck. These informations are also in the description of the video. Okay, let's begin. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. What do you need to know? What is the general energy for the month of June, and possibly also first week or 2 of July? So what do you need to know? These are predictions and prescriptions in the sense that there will be some guidance for you as well. So what does Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, Mars, Jupiter, and Venus placements? As I shuffle, I would like to invite the spirit guides from the pure white light, the guardian angels and the heavenly saints, gods, archangels, and God, creator of the universe, the Virgin Mary, the Holy Spirit, ancestors who love us and want the highest good of all, Mother Nature and my animal totem, to protect me during my readings and provide me with clarity, guidance, and inspiration in delivering these messages to whomever needs to hear them the most. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me have your feedback. Let me know if the readings resonate with you in the comment section. So what is the general energy, the theme for the month of June for Aries? Eagerness. And I wouldn't expect any other card for the fiery, passionate, fiercely independent sign of Aries. Eagerness. What are you eager to achieve? What are you eager to attain in your life? These cards are a little bit shiny, so there will be a little bit of reflection and glare in the card. Eagerness. Bottom of the deck, allowance, with this beautiful mermaid. So eagerness, what are we talking about here, Aries, for you? Let's see. The first card indicates your general circumstances. The second card indicates the obstacles and challenges you need to overcome. The third card will be your guidance. What is the strength you need to rely on to overcome the obstacles and the challenges? And the fourth card will be the possible outcome. I'm going to cut the deck in 3 parts, and I'm going to choose the cards from the top of the deck. So Aries, what do you need to know? I love to shuffle the cards in front of my viewers and pick randomly. We have the Three of Water. This might be happiness, joyous moments, celebrations, reunion, reconciliations, meeting, actually, social life, an indication of a social life, meeting with other people, good news. So this is the energy. Oops. The challenge. The Nine of Earth. Okay, I'm already getting a very specific message here. The Moon is your guidance, and the Wheel of Fortune is the possible outcome. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Fire, which is the Nine of Wands in this deck. This is a Fae deck, as you can tell from these Fae-like creatures. Okay, so, and I understand also the connection with the eagerness. I think that you're eager to get out there, see your friends, celebrate, have happy moments, you know, go out, have a fulfilling, gratifying relationship and a social life. You might also be probably eager to have some more like romantic kind of relationship. You're open to flirt, you're open to welcome the possibility of emotional connection with other people, find a partner, a lover, something along those lines. So it really feels to me like this is a reading that talks about relationships. So they could be relationship of any kind. This could be also family. This could be colleagues. This could be people you are connected on an emotional level. Now the challenge is the Nine of Earth. The Nine of Earth is the Nine of Pentacles. In the traditional tarot, this card indicates self-reliance, independence. It's usually the card that indicates the bachelor, the bachelorette energy. So it feels like you probably, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rise sign, are in a situation that sees you a little bit isolated. You might have been isolating yourself. Maybe it was not your choice. It was the circumstances that determined this kind of isolation. It's a situation where you rely on yourself. You are the queen of your own castle, or the king of your own castle. So the eagerness is understandable at this point, because it feels that you come from a period of isolation and you are open, you're eager to meet other people, to, you know, maybe you've been working hard and this was the reason why you were not able to socialize as much as you normally like. Now, the Moon is an indication that there's some fear, maybe there's a little bit of apprehension and anxiety in moving steps towards these people, and the Moon is inviting you here in the guidance position to overcome your fears, overcome your doubts. Try to understand, what are these doubts? What is the source of these doubts? Why do you feel like you're afraid to move the first step towards this social environment that might potentially bring happiness and fulfillment to you? The Wheel of Fortune is a great card to receive in the possible outcome position, because it indicates that there will actually be a change. Where there was a little bit of stagnation here caused by fear, uncertainty, doubt, this is the card that tells you to move out of that area, gray area, move out of that darkness, take your first steps, move. Literally, with the Wheel of Fortune, we have a sense of change, of actual movement. It might indicate an actual trip, for example, to go and see and reconnect with these people. I have the feeling that these are people that you actually know. They might have been already part of your social circle, but you've been disconnected for some reason for a certain amount of time. And now it's time to reconnect. If there are doubts, maybe I'm having this energy of possibly gossip or insecurity that comes from not knowing exactly where these people stand towards you. It's time to get out of that funk, make some clarity, move on. It might be also an invitation to change a circle of friends, change a circle of your social network. Okay, so let's read the message from the guidebook and see if the message is going to reveal anything else for you, Aries. Eagerness. The messages for these cards, as you will be able to tell from the walkthrough and review when I finally do it, are really affirmative and self-empowering. So eagerness, passion, fierceness, enthusiasm. This is so typically Aries. Moving past the mist with a serene, the mists. The mists is the obscure situation, that sense of uncertainty, of not knowing, indicated here by the moon. Moving past the mists with a serene spirit today, I embrace the passion and enthusiasm to fulfill the given objective. I'm eager to live each new day with a clear mind, welcoming the strength in me. Nothing will hold back the positivity that motivates me, and with this wheel of fortune, it is a very Jupiterian card. Usually astrologically it's connected with Sagittarius, and so with that beautiful, adventurous, positive, optimistic nature and attitude. Nothing will hold back the positivity that motivates me. Through the path ahead might be dark at times, like the moon card indicates here. I'm fierce, full of vigor, and able to move forward without hesitation. So if this is a matter of reconnecting with a group of friends you disconnected from, or for some reason you were not in touch anymore, just go ahead. If you're afraid that maybe they might not be accepting you anymore, they might question the reasons why you were all by yourself for a certain period of time, just use that beautiful positive energy that makes you so unique, Aries, to reconnect. And if that group of friends is not available anymore, if you realize that those connections are not valid for you anymore, don't be afraid to change. Go out there and create new connections. So this was the message for Aries, and now we are doing Taurus. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with the placement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in Taurus as well. This is a general reading for you for the month of June. Now we're already a week in, so these prediction and prescriptions might go into the month of July as well. So this is what you need to know. General messages might cover different areas of your life. Adapt the messages to your personal circumstances, and be aware that your messages might be spread in more than one sign. Okay, so what is the general energy, the theme for you, Taurus, for the month of June into July? Compassion. So is this a sentiment, a feeling that you need to use towards other people, towards yourself, or maybe this is an external energy to you? Maybe somebody else might be using compassion towards you. So let's see what this reading is about. I'm going to cut the deck in 3, and I'm going to pull my 4 usual cards from the top. So what do you need to know about the month of June? Where do you need to focus your energies? Okay. This is a pretty big deck. The information about the decks that I use are in the description of this video, if you're curious to know what decks I'm using. So this is a pretty chunky deck. So general energy of the situation. The Council of Monarchs. This is the Emperor card in the Förhäxa tarot. Major arcana here. What is the challenge? The challenge is the Two of Water, the Two of Cups. Guidance, we have the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands, and possible outcome, we have the Page of Fire, which is the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Air, the sense of being caged in a prison of your own, mental prison of your own making. So as for Aries, I have the feeling that this is an energy that might be talking in particular to people that have questions about their relationship, love and relationships concerns. So the general situation, the Council of Monarch, this could be your energy, could be also the energy of somebody around you. You know, we used to say, as tarot readers, that the Emperor card is the card that includes all the kings of all the suits. So the monarch, the emperor, whatever you want to call it, is the includes the energy of the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. So if this is your energy, you are in a very strong position energetically. In a positive sense, this could be the energy that says that you are in control of your life. You're in control of everything. You're in control of your finances. You're in control of your emotions. You are proactive, active. You're abundant. You're prosperous. You're willing also to protect your assets, your achievements. You are using your authority. You are using your executive power. It could be also in a more challenging aspect. It could be that you might be a little too controlling in this idea that you have to organize everything, be disciplined, and protect everything and everybody. You might be going a little overboard. So let's see how this reading plays along. This could be also an actual an external person, an external energy. It could be a figure of authority. It could be a father. It could be a boss. It could be a husband, for example. It could be an Aries, if this is an indication of an astrological sign. Now, the challenge is the relationship with this person. Or if this is you, is the relationship with somebody else. Your ability to attract and manifest love, to attract and manifest things that you have in your heart. It could be not necessarily a person. It could be something more abstract. It could be a concept. It could be an idea. It could be a wish or a plan that you have. Something that you want that makes you emotionally fulfilled and that you're trying to attract into your life. But let's say this is, for example, an actual relationship. It's somebody that you are trying to attract in your zone of awareness into your life. It might be a challenge. There might be a falling out, for example. There might be kind of an emotional disconnection with somebody. The advice here is to be proactive, to take the first step, to be the person that makes the first move, to follow your passion, to follow your goals with enthusiasm, with passion. And don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to be the first one that makes the first step, to be the first one that sends the message. If this is, for example, a situation where there was a fallout with somebody, let's say, maybe because you were too controlling, maybe because you want to be in charge and the other person is not fine with that, have a little bit of compassion. Compassion in the sense of trying to find the point where the two passions of two people come together. What is that brings you together? What is it that justifies the union? What is it that allows you to put aside all the things and the reasons why you had a fallout in the first place, and you can find a sense of companionship and reconciliation and union? But it really feels like you are in charge right now, and it feels like that the taking the first step towards the other person, making the phone call, sending the message, sending the email, knocking at the door of that person. It's up to you, because it feels like you are in that emperor energy right now. So let's read for Taurus the message from the guidebook of the Luminescent Oracle. What do you need to know about this energy? Compassion. These are very affirmative messages. So the keywords were kindness, warmth, and gentleness. There is only one me. I am stunning and unique. I show compassion and love for myself and others. I will give myself unconditional acceptance and not put myself down. Insecurities and self-doubt will not drain my spirit, knowing there is always warmth in me. And this is the warmth that you are invited to show the other person if this is a relationship with another person. Ace of Fire and the Page of Fire are two very passionate and warmth cards. I will not allow negative energy to influence me since I'm filled with kindness. My life has blessed me with miracles. From this day forward, I will give love in return. So one of the characteristics of the Emperor is also compassion. The Emperor is generous, is intelligent, is emotionally intelligent, is compassionate. And maybe in this situation, it feels like you are the more mature person, and it's up to you to make the first step to reduce the gap that was created between you and another person. I hope that makes sense, Taurus. Let me know in the comment section how these readings resonate with you and if they were helpful. As usual, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more readings. And now we're moving on to Gemini. All right, Gemini. Rising sign, sun sign, moon sign, placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. What do you need to know about the month of June and possibly also first week or two of July? This is a general reading for you, Gemini. So messages about your love life, general relationships, career, finances, general well-being might come through. For entertainment purposes only, messages might resonate with you entirely or partially. Filter them through the lenses of your personal circumstances. So what is the general energy of the month, the theme? Something you need to be aware of. Gemini, what do you need to know, Gemini? This one is looking at me. Acceptance. Okay. So this could be your energy, the energy of somebody around you, the energy of the circumstances. It's about accepting. Coming to terms with a situation that you're not able to, change or influence in any way. You have to accept it as it is. Very interesting. Oh, bottom of the deck, just out of curiosity, growth. With this beautiful butterfly. And now my usual 4-card spread to go more in detail. Okay, so what is this acceptance about? Why do we have acceptance here for Gemini for the month of June, for the next 4 to 6 weeks? Acceptance. So let's see, tell us about the story, the storyline, spirit guides and the pure light. I'm gonna cut the deck in 3 and pick the card from the top. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see what this beautiful Förhäxa tarot has to say about acceptance for Gemini during the month of June. What do you need to accept? Just from what I see here, this is a very interesting image. For me, every time I see lanterns and candles, is about making light, creating light, shedding a light, casting a light over a situation that might be, cloudy, nebulous, not clear, knowledge that you need to achieve in order to understand the situation. There's also this interesting image here where this one looks like a mirror, but she's looking away from the mirror. The mirror is reflecting these lights, the lanterns, the candles, but she's moving away. It's almost like you have achieved the knowledge and now you're able to look outside and, looking at the situation for what it is and accept it for what it is. But let's go more in detail. General energy, we have the Two of Water. This is the card that was here in the challenging position for Taurus. So there might be a connection. So we might be talking about relationships. The challenge, that card just doesn't want to stay up. I want to avoid the glare, but it feels like there's no way. So the challenge is the Devil. It's an obsession, an attachment, a toxic energy. It's something that ties you to a situation that is not good for you. The Tower in the guidance, and I'm not surprised to see this card. It really feels like you need to shake off this negative energy with something drastic, like the energy of the Tower. And the possible outcome is the Ten of Air. All right, so I feel again like we're talking about relationships. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Earth. This is the Knight of Pentacles in the regular tarot. So what is going on with you, Gemini? All right, now I see this card in the right light. It feels like this is a situation that is destined to end. It really is destined to hit rock bottom. There's nothing else you can do. You can only come up. You can only accept the situation, make peace with the idea that something cannot go on anymore as it is. This is why we have the Tower card. After all, with the Devil in the challenging position, this is a relationship. This is a connection, possibly emotional connection with somebody. So it could be a romantic relationship, could be a relationship of any other kind, a friendship, a parental, relative, colleague, whatever. But it feels like it's time for you during the month of June to come to terms with the idea that you have to accept that something is coming to an end, that there's nothing that you can do about it. It seems like you've been putting up out of love, out of, not conditional love, unconditional love. Conditional love, unfortunately, with this Devil card. It feels like you've been attached to this person for way too long, and it's time now to cut the strings that tie you to this situation that is pretty toxic. This needs to end, which means that this person is possibly going to exit completely your life. Or if you are really interested in keeping this person in your life, or maybe you are the person on the other side of the situation, according to what is going on into your life, you might need to rescind the connection first before starting on completely new foundations, new terms. But I have really the feeling that this is a situation that is not good for you, a relationship that is not good for you. You need to face the music. It is really necessary for you to cut with this person completely. The Tower card is a very drastic energy. It might indicate an actual argument that will lead to the exit of this person from your life. It could be a sudden illumination. It's like you have an epiphany moment where you finally understand that this person is not good for you. This situation is not good for you. You need to get out. And unfortunately, there's not much else to say. Let's read from the guidebook, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising with Mars, Jupiter, and Venus placements in that sign. So what do you need to know, Gemini? Acceptance, a few words of encouragement for you, because this situation looks pretty finite. The keywords are approval, understanding, and embrace. As days pass, I discover a greater understanding of who I am. And the understanding comes from the Tower moment, from that enlightening moment where you actually see the truth. Maybe it's a consequence of some very upsetting events, of some sort of upheaval. Today, I thank both my blessings and my flaws for helping me to establish who I am. I embrace the choices I've made along the way, and I accept the misadventures that have made me stronger. And with this Devil card, the Tower, and the Ten of Air, there's a strong sense of misadventures here. I admire how I've managed to flourish and have come to love myself. I know I am brave and beautiful. So the silver lining of this situation that looks pretty dramatic here, pretty traumatic, is that it will actually lead you to a better awareness of what you really want, of what you are willing to accept in your life and what you're not willing to put up with anyway. anymore, and it will make you stronger. It's time for a new day. It's a time for a new dawn. So you may feel like, oh, everything is lost. It's a tragedy. Oh my goodness, the sense of disappointment and sorrow and heartache might be really heightened with this 10 of air. But I believe that this is actually an opportunity for you to create a clean slate and invite what is really positive for you, what is really meant for you, Gemini. I hope this reading helped. Let me know in the comment section what is going on. If you care about sharing, let me know if this reading resonates with you and how. All right, thank you so much, Gemini, for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me your constructive feedback. And now we're moving on to Cancer. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, replacements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. This is your general reading for the month of June and possibly also first week or so of July. And this is a general reading for entertainment purposes only. It might resonate with your personal story entirely or partially. So filter it through your personal story. You use discernment. That's what I mean. Okay, so let's see. I just already pulled the card out of the oracle. We have the growth card. The growth card was on the bottom of the deck when I pulled the card for Gemini. So, as a little reminder, messages for you might be spread among different signs. So if you have a way to know what your natal chart looks like, please do that, because you can get more comprehensive messages if you look at more of one placement. Growth. And I would add transformation. Consider the presence of this beautiful stained glass window butterfly here, which is a symbol of transformation, growth. You're going through a period of change. Absolutely a positive change, because you go from the caterpillar stage to the beautiful butterfly. For you, Cancer. So let's see what is growing, what is changing in your life. On the bottom of the deck, we have another beautiful card with clarity. Look at this princess-like woman holding a lantern. Yeah, you know, of course, every time we learn something, we gain more awareness and knowledge. That's when we grow. That's when we change. Things cannot stay the same when we learn, when we are open to learning. So let's see with the 4-card spread more in detail what is going on. If the reading resonates with you, Cancer, and every other sign that happens to watch this reading, you can always contact me at the email address that you will find in the description of this video and request a personal reading. My fees are very affordable. So let's see what is going on for you. What is the general energy, the main circumstances? I will cut the deck in 3, and I will pull the cards from the top of the deck, like I did for any other sign. All right, so let's see. General circumstances, general energy of your situation. 5 of fire. Well, it's interesting, because for me, the 5 of fire has also a very positive meaning. It's not just a card that indicates chaos, confusion, waste of energy, conflict, obstacle, conflict with other people, conflict of interests, and so forth. It's also a card that indicates brainstorming. And every time we do brainstorm, we learn something new. And I'm reconnecting to the card that is on the bottom of the oracle deck. We learn something new. We learn something about ourselves. We learn about something about other people. This is what triggers the growth. Here in this particular card, I see this card has almost the energy of a 7 of wands more than a 5 of wands, because I see one person fighting against 5 different or 4 different snakes. So it might be that you are fending for yourself right now. It feels like you might feel like you're fighting against the world. You're fighting against different demands, different people's demands. Let's see. What is the challenge? Is the Elder of Water. This is the King of Cups in the regular tarot. This is the Enchanted Förhäxa tarot. It's a Fae inspired deck. This could be the energy of a particular person. I tend to identify the core cards with actual people. This could be also challenges that come from the environment, from the circumstances you're finding yourself in. It could be also your energy, an aspect of yourself that you need to face, that is creating obstacles. And it feels like in this moment of turmoil, where you are pulled in so many directions, where you have so many enemies, figurative or actual enemies, or so different, many different things that require your attention, that are grabbing your attention, that require your energy. It feels like having a calm mind, being emotionally stable, being emotionally balanced, if this is your energy, is what is creating a challenge for you to solve this conflict. So this could be like an energy within you, where you need to look at yourself to find the answers on how to cope with all these energies and people and things coming at you. Finding centering yourself, finding a balance between your brain, between your mind and your heart. This could be a natural person that might be making this situation more difficult for you. So it could be a water sign. It could be a person you have an emotional connection with. It could be a husband. It could be a brother. It could be a person that has more authority, chronologically older than you. It could be a tutor. It could be somebody who provides guidance. It could be a counselor. It could be an actual water sign. So adapt that to your circumstances. The guidance for you is the Three of Water. And I do feel like this is, again, like for the other 3 signs that I read for, 3 or 4 signs, this is a reading that talks about relationships too. Because I really, with this card, I really feel like the Spirit is inviting you to reconcile. Find a way to reconcile. For me, the Three of Water, the Three of Cups, is a card that indicates reconciliation as well. Forgiveness, reconciliation, coming together, finding, what that commonality, that point of, where you can actually meet somebody halfway and come together and forgive and find a way to get along together. And then the Nine of Earth in possible outcome, which is a very it's the card of accomplishments, material accomplishments, but it's also a card that it talks about individualism. These 2 cards were out on the table also for Aries. So if you, Cancer, have the opportunity to look at your chart and you see that you probably have some placements in Aries, maybe this reading has some connection for you, and you might want to look at Aries as well. So this is actually very similar to the reading that I've done for Taurus and Aries, where I see this energy of conflict for somebody that is really important to you with the King of Cups. This could be your partner, for example, in a love relationship, in a committed relationship, a love relationship, or with within a family environment, anywhere where you have an emotional connection. It feels like you are at odds with somebody, and sometimes, even when we try to reconcile, you still feel like you're better off by yourself. Here there's a Nine of Earth that is the bachelor or bachelorette card. So if we are talking about a love relationship, it could be that you are at odds with somebody who was emotionally meaningful for you. But, let the bygones be bygones. Find a way to reconcile, so find a way to forgive, and then move on and take care of yourself and keep yourself in mind as first, the person that needs to be taken care of. The Nine of Earth is the card that indicates, self-love, self-respect as well, self-care. So if the relationship with the other person, or in general in your life, you were really using all your energy, spreading yourself thin, taking care of so many different people, taking care of so many different needs, being the one that was coping with this, that, and the other thing, and the other person wasn't probably even helping. Look for allies, look for people that can help you, and keep in mind yourself, your well-being. Self-love and well-being. This is the Nine of Earth, might indicate that as well. Take care of yourself. You need somebody to help you. This could be also the Helper's card, the Allies card. It feels like you're facing so many different things at the same time, trying to satisfy so many different needs, and you need help. And maybe the person that was supposed to help is not really doing it for some reason. This is a distorted energy. It's a blocked energy. I really feel like this is an external obstacle to you, and a person that is actually intentionally or not helping you. And you need to look elsewhere for collaborations, for help, and taking care of yourself, of course. The Hierophant on the bottom of the decks, and it's telling me that you do need to talk to somebody who can help. Maybe this is a well-being kind of, a general well-being kind of reading, where the messages are for you to take care of yourself because you're spreading yourself thin, Cancer. Let me know how this reading resonated with you. But before we go ahead with the next sign, I want to read the growth card, so maybe you can receive some additional enlightening messages. Growth, progression, flourishing, transformation. Becoming older is not merely a matter of time flying by, but is a process of growing wiser and flourishing as a mature person. And that's the maturity and wise energy with the King of Cups that is in the obstacle position, where probably it's either you or somebody who is supposed to act wiser, to be the more mature person, and is not. I will spread my wings and acknowledge my progress and development. I will continue to soar and respect myself. Then, as I was saying before, this is self-care, self-love, the Nine of Pentacles. Respect yourself. You are worthy of being helped. You are worthy of, resting if you are being, helpful to everybody else and you're not taking care of yourself. I love and praise myself for how I have grown beautifully and evolved on this journey. My life experiences give me the wisdom and the will to withstand the difficulties with the Five of Wands that come my way. This could as well be you, the King of Cups. Could be Scorpio, could be Cancer. This could be your energy. I mean, maybe you're not emotionally balanced enough to keep everything under control, and you're in that phase of your life where you need to ask for help because you need to show some love to yourself, some self-care. All right, you're growing. Probably the responsibility for you are growing as well. Not everybody is ready to, to step up when life gets tough. And sometimes we need to surrender to the idea that we need help. All right, Cancer, let me know in the comment section how the reading resonated with you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more readings. Now I'm moving on, and I'll be doing the reading for Virgo. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising sign with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. This is your general energy check-in for the month of June, possibly also first week or so of July. For entertainment purposes, this is a general reading, might resonate with you entirely, partially. Might be a reflection of your love life, finances, stability, work, career, relationship in general, or just general well-being. So take with you whatever resonates with your personal circumstances and disregard whatever doesn't fit your story, your life story. I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle and my usual 4 cards from the Tarot. So, inviting the spirit guides from the pure white light to provide maybe clarity, guidance, and inspiration. Let me know in the comment section how these readings resonate with you. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And if the reading resonates with you and you would like to dig a little deeper, I'm always available for personal readings. I'm just an email away, and you can find my email address in the description of all my videos. My fees are very affordable. So let's see, what do we have? General theme, general energy, whatever it is that you need to be aware inside. This is almost like the energy of a high priestess in the tarot. I really feel like this is an High Priestess kind of energy where you're gaining insight or something that is hidden, that is secret, that is not easily revealed. You need to dig a little deeper. I feel like you will gain some knowledge, some insight here. With this beautiful crown on her head, it's about knowledge, it's about the realm of the mind. Learning something that was not openly available or clear to you. This is the month for you, Virgo, to gain access to this knowledge. Bottom of the deck, we have guidance. Okay, we'll read from the guidebook of this deck to get an empowering message at the end. I have shuffled the deck. I always do in between signs, but I'll keep doing it a few more times just in front of you because I like transparency. And I'll cut the deck in 3 and I'll pull the 4 cards for my spread from the top. So let's see. It looks like so far for 5 signs, the general themes were all concerning relationships. Let's see if it's the case with you as well, Virgo. For the month of June, beginning of July. So what do we need to know for you, Virgo? If you would like to know which decks I'm using, take a look at the description of this video. I always list the decks I use. Okay, from the top of the deck, general circumstances, the general energies, the judgment. Yeah, you know, when you receive an insight, you can make choices. You can actually move on. You can implement change. You can make some major decisions. You can, you know, face the truth. What is the challenge for you? Is the 5 of air. Some sort of conflict here, conflict of the mind, indecision as well, mixed with a sense of defeat, understanding that, you know, there's a battle that you cannot win. Even when you think you do, the losses are too big. It could be a contrast with somebody, actually. The moon, which, you know, is redundant with this idea of something that is obscure and unclear and where you need to gain insight and knowledge. And the 4 of air. So this is all about the realm of the mind. I don't think it really has to do, 9 of water, 9 of cups on the bottom with a 9 of fire. Well, and what I can tell is that whatever you have in mind, whatever it is that you wish, will not meet fulfillment right away. You're going to have to persevere, whatever it is, work hard, work on something in order to gain gain your wish, fulfill your wish, despite the anxiety that it might cause. But it feels like hard work will help you. There's something that you need to do to gain this insight. So it's all in the mind here. It's all about the mind, as this crown was foreshadowing here at the beginning. So I do feel that there's a major decision here that needs to be taken. It's like it's now or never card. It's the final reckoning. It's the judgment card. It's the final judgment. Maybe a situation that you were not able to face in the past is coming back to you because it needs to be faced. You need to make a decision, but it feels like this is a very internal conflict. For most of you, this could be a problem within yourself where you are feeling unable to make this decision. You feel like you have to change your mind about something, and this change of the mind, it might be a quite painful one. If this is an external energy, it might be conflict with somebody else. You could be at odds with other people regarding decisions, regarding ideas, regarding, you know, communications. There might be a verbal altercation, for example, with somebody. If something is not clear, you really need to sit for a moment and take your time and think about it very carefully in order for you to gain the knowledge that you need to move on, whatever this reading is talking about. With the 4 of air, especially the way this creator represented this card, it might be that you might need to, for example, do some meditative practices. You might, some messages important messages for you to help you understand your situation might come through you through a state of the mind that is peaceful and quiet. So, for example, during prayer, during meditation, when you sleep, especially if you're prone to have precognitive kind of dreams, listen to your dreams, have a journal, write down whatever it is that it comes to you through these moment of rests, either dreaming with your eyes open, meditating, dreaming at night. So this is a situation that is not really clear. It might create anxiety, confusion, doubt, fear as well, fear of the unknown. And before you move any steps towards this big decision, this is a major arcana. This is a very powerful energy with the Judgment card. This is about, for example, the decision to go back to a situation that you have lived before, getting closure, for example, if it's a relationship, understanding if a job is for you or not. Some pretty big decisions, but this is not a decision that you can take so lightly, because you seem to be pretty battled inside. There might be like a war inside yourself. There might be a general sense of defeat, of inability to have a clear resolution. So a period of meditation and deep pondering is indicated here. And also the cards that I told you before in the bottom of the deck. It feels like you will get to whatever it is that you're desiring, but there's still some work that needs to be done. You still need to wade through the fears and the anxiety. So let me know in the comment section, Virgo, what is it that you're going through? How does this reading resonate with you? We'll read the message from the guidebook for the Luminescent Oracle to give you a supportive messages and some more guidance. So insight. I mean, in the end, I feel like there will be a positive resolution, but you need to think about it very carefully. Awareness, intuition, perception. And with this moon card, it might be that you will need to connect with your intuition. Some people connect with intuition during states of the mind that are pretty relaxed and quiet, like sleeping, meditating, and praying. Create some silence around you, because it feels like there's too much going on around you with this. Look at these dragons here. This poor fae has to battle against these dark creatures. This could be, dark thoughts, negative thoughts that you are fighting within yourself. This could be also external energy, somebody coming at you with criticism, with harsh words, with offensive words in some cases too. So today I'm perceptive and know that having a clear view through the darkness is a gift. The moon card. And sometimes when you cannot actually rely on the external environment for signals to give you clarity, you have to trust your own intuition. This is why I was saying this card reminded me immediately of the High Priestess card. And the High Priestess knows that she has to trust her own intuition, because she cannot trust anybody else. If you know the history of the High Priestess card, and I invite you to go and do some research, you will understand why the energy of the High Priestess is so secretive, and how she needs to rely on herself rather than external people to get to the truth. My powers of intuition and observation are crucial, as they give me a better understanding of my environment and what it holds. The light will shine on me and show me the right way. Today, everything will become crystal clear. And I really believe that if you do start some meditative practice, yoga, meditation, even taking some moments during the day where you just sit down in silence in a secluded place where there will be no distraction, because this could be also distractions coming from all directions that make it so difficult for you to sit down and think and listen to your thoughts. This is when you will gain that insight. Okay, so this was the reading for Virgo. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know in the comments how the reading resonated with you. And if you need to dig a little deeper, I'm available for personal readings. The email address is in the comment, not in the comment, in the description of the video. And now moving on to Libra. All right, my beautiful Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising sign with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. I have a lot of placements in Libra. And in fact, when I do, I read horoscopes and I watch tarot readers' videos, the Libra readings always resonate with me more than my actual sun sign and moon sign, which is incredible. And then when I, drew my own natal chart, I realized that I have so many placements in Libra that it's impossible not to resonate with that sign. So these are general readings, might resonate with you, Libra, entirely or partially. Please filter them through your personal circumstances and disregard what doesn't ring a bell. You can always contact me at the email address in the description of the video for a more in-depth reading. And if this resonates with you, please let me know. I love to interact with my viewers. Let me know in the comment section how the reading resonates with you. So messages about different spheres of your life might come through. So far, I just realized for like 5 signs over 6, the reading was about relationships. So let's see what is going on with you, Libra. I'm going to pull a card from this beautiful luminescent oracle for the general theme of the month. So this is a reading that will cover 4 to 6 weeks, what's left of the month of June. I'm reading today, and I think today is June 7. Ooh, insight again. I got this card for Virgo as well. Maybe there's a connection for you. You want to go and look at that video for Virgo. We had insight as well. And 4 cards from the Förhäxa, Enchanted Förhäxa tarot. Bottom of the deck, just out of curiosity, aim. There's a door here with a pretty big keyhole, and it looks like you do have the power to open this door here. So right off the bat, like for the sign of Virgo, it feels like you need to gain some knowledge about some situation that is energetically prevalent during the month of June. You need to get some insight, and it feels like you're very close to open a door, and something that is not in sight, something that is not clearly visible and understandable for you. During the month of June, there is an energy that probably will help you gain this knowledge, or this is an invitation for you to open that door. If it's closed and you don't know what's on the other side, it's time to open it, dig deeper. Trust your intuition. As I said for Virgo, please go and check that sign as well, that reading. This is a very high priestess kind of card. When it comes to energy, you might have to trust your own intuition, especially if the environment is not giving you clear signs to help you understand what is going on with your situation. Let's see, from the tarot, I shuffle the cards in between readings for each of the signs, but I'll keep shuffling in front of you, and I'll cut the deck in 3 parts, and I'll pull the cards from the top. So what is going on with you, Libra? I'm very excited about this reading because usually the Libra readings always resonate with me. So what do we need to get an insight on? Oops, I don't. Okay, we have a 4 of water and the 5 of fire that fell out of the deck, but I'm going to pull them back and let's see if they come back in the reading. But there's this energy of chaos, of combativeness, of obstacles, of being pulled in so many different directions, and an offer from the universe that you might have disregarded. So I'm going to cut the deck. Let's see if those energies come back, if they have anything to do with our reading. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising sign with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in that sign. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Earth, another 5, feelings of being depleted, feelings of being less than, feelings of being, outcast, or physically, energetically, or financially, materially depleted. So what's going on with you? Again, judgment. All right. You really need to go and look at the Virgo reading, because with the Virgo, I had exactly these 2 cards in the same positions. The inside card for the general theme, and the Judgment. Again, a major decision, something that might implement a big change into your life. There might be a situation that comes back from the past where it's still like karmically, it's still pending because you haven't dealt with it in the past. It's coming back because it's reckoning time. It's time to face the music, as I love to say every time I see the Judgment card. It's about, forgiveness as well. It's about, if there's somebody coming back into your life, or if it's a situation that you haven't been able to solve, it needs to be solved now. Three of Earth is the challenging card. Well, it feels to me like if this is your own energy, obstacles that you have energetically within yourself, it feels like there's some work that needs to be done. For me, the Three of Earth is like a first accomplishment card. Where you master a certain skill, where you achieve certain results. Traditionally, in this card, in the RWS, we have somebody who has been able to build a sort of architectural opus, like a feature, structure, or a masterpiece, and it's now being scrutinized by supervisors, teachers, or other people, and it's usually a very favorable card because it comes through as the achievement in success card, where you actually graduate figuratively and literally, where you actually are able to complete some sort of action or some sort of project you're working on. This could also be the teamwork card, and if it's in the challenging position, it might be that you are being scrutinized and judged somehow in a not so favorable way, because maybe you haven't achieved that level of expertise, or maybe because people around you, the people that are supposed to work with you, are not working with you. The guidance for you is the Ten of Water, which is the community card. It's a collaboration card. It's other people you are in harmony with. This is maybe a work environment. If you're trying to give another chance to a job, for example, that you haven't been able to complete before because people were not in sync with you, they were not collaborating with you. Maybe this is an invitation to find alliances, to find collaborations, to find a way to harmonize your efforts with other people. And the Six of Earth is receiving help. Now, bottom of the deck, as we said, is the Five of Earth, followed by the Two of Air, stagnation, inability to make a decision, and Magician, having the tools to create something, do something in different areas of your life. So I really feel like this is very important too when it comes to collaboration. Whatever major decision you have to make here, it feels like you need to find the right kind of people. And this is probably what the Inside card is telling us. You need to either trust your own instincts or base your decisions on actual facts. Well, you need to understand who is a good collaborator and who is not. Who is your tribe, like this Ten of Water indicates, and who is not. Maybe you've been working with the wrong people. You've been working with people that were just, throwing a wrench into your project. They were not helping. They were not, relationship were not constructive. These people were not working towards the same goal with you. You really need to find your tribe, so to speak, the people that have the same ideal, they value the same goals, that have the same, they share with you common views when it comes to, if it's a project, a passion that you work, a hobby, or a more serious thing like an actual, your job. It really feels like you really need to understand who are the right people to work with. And when you find these people, that's when you're going to receive the help that you need to bring this project, this task to completion. Let's read from the guidebook, the Insight messages again, Libra. So, for a self-empowering message, this is a card that indicates awareness, intuition, and perception. So trust your intuition when it comes to these collaborators, if this is a problem with collaborators on a workplace. There's this energy that indicates that a major change is necessary, a big decision, something that involves a change, because for me, the Judgment card is a card of change and renewal. you need to find the right people, people you get along with, the people that really understand you and you understand them, people that really have your best interest at heart. And those are the people that will actually help you. It's interesting how we have hummingbirds in both of these cards, the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Earth, although they're two completely different suits. But it's interesting to see how the creator included this animal totem in both cards. So choose the people that give you joy, because for me the hummingbirds are symbols of joy and lightheartedness. Collaborate with people that actually make the work light. Collaborate with the people you feel good about seeing every day, working, next to every day. Not with people that work against you rather than with you. I don't know. Let me know in the comments section, Libra. I'm very curious to know what is going on. Today I'm perceptive and know that having a clear view through the darkness is a gift. I'm aware of my surroundings and have insight into what is in front of me. My powers of intuition and observation are crucial as they give me a better understanding of my environment and what it holds. The light will shine on me and show me the right way. Today, everything will become crystal clear. And I really have the feeling that the month of June, beginning of July, will have the potential to help you gain clarity on this situation. Who is a real friend? Who is a real teammate player? And who is not? All right, I'm tempted to pull another card just to understand exactly. Let me see. Let's pull a card to clarify the Judgment card. What is this big decision about? This card wants to be seen. The Fool. A new beginning. Yeah, this is about closing a situation that involves some people, maybe in the work environment, and starting over. With the presence of bees, I hope you're not, sensitive to the sight of bees and insects and bugs on cards. I apologize if the card triggers you, but these are carpenter bees. These are the worker bees. This is about work and collaboration. They work together. This is a group of people working towards the same goal. And it feels like you either have to take yourself out of this group, or you have the power to actually take these people out of your zone of awareness to achieve certain goals. It's time to change the people you work with, because the ones you've been working with are not really helping. Yeah, definitely. I feel like unlike the other signs, this is a reading about work and career for you, Libra. Let me know how the reading resonated with you. I'm always happy to interact with my viewers. It really helps me understand if this reading are helping people. And if you wish to go a little deeper, contact me at the email address that you will find in the description of this video to request a personal reading. Many blessings. Stay tuned for more readings. I'll be doing love and relationships and general well-being. I might do some weeklies also this month. So thank you, Libra. Now I'm moving on, and I'll be doing Scorpio reading. Welcome to your reading, Scorpio. This is the general reading for the month of June and beginning of July for you, for entertainment purposes only. Messages regarding different areas of your life might come through. So there might be messages about love, relationship, finances, career, general well-being. The first 5 signs were definitely readings about relationships. So let's see what comes through for you. Disregard whatever doesn't resonate with your personal circumstances. Filter these readings through the lenses of your life story. So the readings might resonate entirely or partially. You might find messages for you in different readings, because our natal charts are very complex. It's not just about one sign, the sun sign. These are sun, moon, rising with placement of Jupiter, Mars, and Venus. So I was saying to just before with Libra that, for example, I'm a sun sign Sagittarius with moon in Leo and Venus in Capricorn and Jupiter in Sagittarius and Mars in Pisces. But then I find myself resonating a lot with Libra readings. because I have a lot of other important placements in Libra, like a lot. So keep that in mind as I go ahead and shuffle the cards for you. I will be pulling a card from the Oracle and 4 cards from the Tarot. If this reading resonates with you and you would like to go a little deeper, I offer personal readings. You can contact me at the email address that is in the description of each of my videos to contact me and schedule a reading. My fees are very affordable. So this card is sticking out a lot. So what is the general theme for you for the month of June, beginning of July? Scorpio. Time. What a powerful image. Time, and this is almost like a death card as well. Well, read from the guidebook, because the write-up in this for this deck is pretty empowering and has beautiful affirmations. So this looks like a mythological creature. There's a mask here. I see bones. It really feels to me like it's a card that indicates transformation. Things change over time. But let's see more in detail with the Tarot. What do we need to be aware of, Scorpio, for the month? Insight. I'm seeing this card so much. We have this card for Scorpio and Libra as well. So this is a great month for transformation and change. In general, also for the other signs that came through with love and relationship messages. It's a big time for transformation. I don't know astrologically what is going on exactly, what major shifts are happening this month. I'll have to go and look. But it feels like energies are shifting and things are changing in different areas of our life. So I'm going to shuffle the cards in front of you. I always shuffle in between readings, but I like to shuffle in front of my viewers. And I'll cut the deck in 3 parts and pull the cards from the top. 4 cards. General circumstances, general energy, the challenges, the obstacles, the guidance, and the possible outcome. We'll look at the bottom of the deck also for hidden energies. Okay, Scorpio, beautiful Scorpio. What do you need to know? What are you coping with, or are you called to cope with during the month of June and beginning of July? So, the energy of your circumstances could be your energy. 9 of Earth, very positive, very good, hard-working, achiever, kind of overachiever kind of person. You worked hard, you're reaping your rewards, you're taking care of yourself. Very good. Let's see what is the obstacle to this. Is the Judgment card. This is the 3rd time that we see this card as well. You might want to take a look also at Libra and Virgo. Well, there's a major decision. There's a step that you need to take to transform your life in a way. As I said before, this time card actually, the image suggests also the idea of transformation. It's kind of a cycle. It's a card that talks about cycles. You are on the verge of, moving on with something. You have achieved what you needed to achieve. You did work hard. You might have reached this point of gratification and material satisfaction, if we're talking about material things like your assets, your finances, your job. And it feels like it's time now to make some important decision. There's a decision that will trigger some sort of vital, foundational change into your life. It feels like this is a cycle that is coming to an end, and it's time to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself seriously, what next? What am I going to do next with my life? What am I going to do next now that I have achieved what I had in mind as my goal? The guidance is the Chariot card. You need to move on. You need to take that, courage and the reins of your life in your hands and finally make that decision to take that steps towards towards change. What other major goal? What other major decision? What other major milestone is in front of you right now in your life? And this is a card that talks about determination and stamina and power and energy and decision, and it's a very self-empowering card. You are actually guiding this bird. In a traditional tarot, it's the warrior going into battle, having to push a guide two horses that normally two sphinx that look quite different and might be going, you might tend to go in two different directions. It's up to you to rein things in and move on with that laser focused determination to pursue a specific goal into your life. Possible outcome, Knight of Water. This is a much more gentle energy compared to what we see here. It really feels like you've been focusing on the material, Scorpio, in the first part here, in the first part of the month or in recent times. But now it's time maybe to focus on maybe your emotional life. If this is like it normally does, indicates, a person that is by herself or himself, self-reliant, self-sufficient, autonomous, independent, bachelor or bachelorette, somebody who is alone, somebody who is not linked to anybody, connected to anybody emotionally. Maybe now it's time to face the music. How about starting your life now and focusing, after you've been focusing on your material achievement, it's time for you to focus on your heart, on your emotional needs. The Knight of Water might indicate, following your dreams, following a more creative path in life. If we're talking about, for example, a life path, career, work, that sort of things. But for me, it's strong this sense that for you, Scorpio, now that after working so hard and achieving, self-accomplishments, it's time for you to look outside and maybe try to find a way to nurture your soul emotionally, which could be either pursuing a more creative path in life or maybe pursue love. It feels like this was missing in your life prior to this moment. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Fire. This is the card that indicates there's a need, pursue new passion. Have that spiritual courage to pursue something that makes your heart sing. Let's read from the guidebook for you, Scorpio. What is the meaning of this Time card? These messages are quite affirmative and empowering. The keywords are live for the day, life, and enjoyment. Everything is in motion with this Chariot card. It might indicate also not only a sense of movement in an abstract way. It could be the actual figurative, the actual literal motion. You might need, for example, to travel. If you spend a lot of time on your own in your house, in your home, which is normally one of the features represented by the Nine of Pentacles. It's time to go out there, go outside, explore other possibilities, especially if they make you emotionally content and gratified. I will live my life to the fullest and give thanks for each new day given to me. I'm grateful for my life. I focus on living in the present and making the best of it. I'm blessed to have this day and the joy and the miracles it brings. It really is an invitation for you, Scorpio, to get out of your own self, of your, the little oasis that you have created for yourself, maybe working hard, trying to achieve certain financial goals. It's time to go out and have fun. It's time to go out and nourish your soul as well, your heart. Let me know in the comment section, Scorpio, how the reading resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me have your constructive feedback. If you wish to receive a personal reading, if this reading resonated with you somehow, you want to go a little deeper, the email address to contact me at is in the description of this video. And now we're moving to Sagittarius. Welcome, Sagittarius. This is the general reading for entertainment purposes for you for the month of June, beginning of July. For sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, and placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in Sagittarius. So different kind of messages might come through, covering different areas of your life. Filter them through the lenses of your own personal circumstances. Disregard what doesn't ring a bell with your life story, and keep in mind that messages that might be useful for you to hear might be spread among different signs. So make sure that you take a look at your natal chart and see where everything is placed. Okay, so as I shuffle the cards, I would like to remind you that I can provide you with a personal reading. If this reading resonates with you and you would like to go a little deeper, you can contact me at the email address that you will find in the description of this video. My fees are very affordable. Please find out. Contact me with any question. And let me know in the comment section how this reading resonated with you. I always love to interact with my viewers, and I find your comments, constructive feedback, always very useful. So, general energy, general theme for the month of June, beginning of July for you, Sagittarius. Love. Okay, I will say probably the 85% of the reading so far is about love and relationships. So I'm not surprised to see this card. This could also be love of self, though. Any sort of connection where the emotional bond is a loving one. So it could be love for yourself, love for somebody else, romantic love, of fraternal love, or any other kind of love. Bottom of the deck, out of curiosity, dance. An invitation to free yourself through dance. And let's see with the tarot, 4 cards. 4 cards to get a more detailed knowledge of what this theme might be about, Sagittarius. You know, this is also a very soulmate twin flame card. If you believe in that sort of line of philosophical view of the love relationships, she's looking at herself in the mirror. Okay. Strong within me also the sense of self-love. Care for yourself, show love to yourself. But let's see what the general energy for the month, for the circumstances this reading is about, is for the month of June. I'm cutting the deck in 3 parts and pulling the cards from the top. And we'll look at the bottom of the deck for the hidden undercurrent energy as well. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Earth. Very determined and to a fault. I would say also stubborn, but also a good, hardworking, good planning kind of energy. A little stagnant, like nothing is really moving. Somebody might be stuck here. All right, general circumstances. We have the 6 of Water, the 6 of Cups, of course. It's somebody in your life that you are emotionally connected to. It could be somebody from your past, an old friend, a family member, somebody you have met when you were younger in the past. It could be a past life connection as well. This is the soulmate card as well, but it might also indicate some other sort of relationship, because here we have, I do believe these are fays or mermaids, but we see like a mother, like a more adult person, and a child. It could be also that kind of relationship. What is the challenge here? What's crossing this? It's the 8 of Earth. This is devotion, dedication, hard work, material achievements, accomplishments, guidance, the 2 of Fire. This resonates with the energy at the bottom of the deck, where the energy is pretty still, stagnant, in the sense that you thinking about it. The advice is to think about it, to plan, to try to manifest using the law of attraction. And we have the Queen of Fire, your card, on as the possible outcome. So you come into this reading as empowered. You are here with your own card, which is always a good sign. So you might be considering love relationship at this point during the month beginning of July. It might be because you are fantasizing about somebody you have met in the past, for example, or you might be reconnecting with somebody from your own past. You might be traveling back, for example, to your ancestral place. You're reconnecting with people from your past. It could be that a past life connection is showing up right now, has the potential to show up into your life. It feels like you seem to be like very busy with something else. It feels like you might be I have the feeling this is a literal work. This could be also a connection that you have created with somebody, an emotional connection with somebody on the workplace. And maybe that is the problem, because very few workplaces and companies and organizations actually encourage relationships with colleagues. And so maybe this is, for some of you, this might be the problem. You actually fall in love, or creating a connection with somebody who works with you, and that's like frowned upon, and this could be the challenge. And so maybe for you, it's important to evaluate this possibility really well before you make a choice one way or the other, whether the choice is to connect with this person, or maybe try to not to get involved because there is a professional workplace connection with this person. But the outcome is the Queen of Fire, where I see you kind of getting rid of all these restrictions, and you actually are going to follow your own passion and say, you know what, I don't care. Just keep in mind, this is readings for entertainment purposes only. I'm not inviting you to jeopardize your job if the work policy, or relationship with your colleagues are not allowed. This could be also that you are going through a moment of nostalgia for something that used to make you happy in the past, and you seem to be dragged down by the daily activities that are kind of, this is a card that might indicate boredom as well. But your current situation might be actually boring to you, Sagittarius, and you're fantasizing about a past that used to be to make you happy. When I see the Six of Pentacles, I mean, this card always comes with a little bit of caveat with me. It's always nice to fantasize about the past, reminiscence about the past, reconnecting with somebody from the past. But then you have to wonder why these people are in your past and they're not part of your current life. There's a reason why sometimes things, circumstances, and people are in the past. It was great to get to know them, but they belong in the past, and that's where they need to stay. You need to, consider if by any chance you are looking at that person, looking at that situation with the rose-tinted glasses, you are kind of idealizing them. But then if you look at them in the reality, in your way of being today, maybe they're not they could not adapt to your life anymore. This is like a bubble that might actually explode once you handle it. This is why the invitation is the Two of Fire. You need to be carefully considering the situation before you make a decision. You might in the end decide to follow your passion if this is what makes you happy, but just consider, is this actually a person that could make you happy right now in this world, in your here and now, the way you are today. You might have changed. This could have been something that made you happy in the past, might not be making you happy, might not be ideal and perfect for you in the present. But, this is quite positive. You might end up, finding out that connection is positive, is good, is what you want, or at least this is what your heart needs right now. You want to follow that passion. It feels like, and if it's a person that is on the workplace, you just need to be very careful, especially if there's a policy in place that doesn't encourage relationships with colleagues. So with the Knight of Earth, now I understand on the bottom of the deck, you need to be very careful. You need to ponder very carefully. See, with the Four of Air too and the Strength card, you need to kind of control your passion before you make a decision in one way or the other, especially if, going around the rules or breaking the rules with the Seven of Air is involved. But, there's a love card here, so the feelings might be pretty powerful. And dance, dance with the Queen of Fire. Just follow follow what your heart is telling you. In the end, there's nothing more right than following your own heart. So let's read it from the bottom of, not from the bottom, from the guidebook. What is this love card about? It's kind of self-explanatory. Sagittarius. Interesting. Oh, the ever so optimistic Sagittarius. Affection, devotion, attachment. Giving love is unconditional and priceless. Today, I show my affection for my loved ones, for they bring out the best in me. I reflect on how fortunate I am and how much we have given one another in good and hard times. Such devotion is a gift of life to be cherished. You know, as the optimist person that you are, normally Sagittarius, you will do it if you think that this, everything will go well. Everything will work well in the end. So why not enjoy living in the moment with this Queen of Fire energy? All right, Sagittarius, let me know if this reading resonated with you and how in the comment section. Stay tuned for more readings. I might come up with some weekly as well, and some channel messages for love readings, creativity, career path, finances, and general well-being, like some long, meaty readings. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe on your way out. Hit the notification bell so you stay informed for future uploads. And now we're moving on to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in that sign. Welcome to Mina's bookshelf for this general energy check-in for the month of June. Now already first week of June, and possibly going into with the predictions and prescriptions into the month of July, 1 week or two. So these are general readings for entertainment purposes only. So please filter them through the lenses of your personal circumstances and disregard whatever doesn't resonate with your personal story. Let me know in the comment section, please, if the reading was helpful. And if it does resonate and you would like to go a little deeper, I'm available for personal readings. You can book one reaching out to me through the email address that you will find in the description of this video. Okay, so let's see. Messages regarding different areas of your life might come through. Most of my readings so far have been about love and relationships, and the theme was, for most of them, transformation, change, ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle, making some very transformative decisions. So let's see what's up with you, Capricorn. I have a Venus in Capricorn, by the way, so this card is looking pretty interesting. Joy. Oh, I love to see this card for you. You're always so focused, so uptight, so busy working that sometimes you forget about enjoying, like smelling the roses while you work so hard. And really love to see this card. Out of curiosity, bottom of the deck, growth. Okay, beautiful card. Joy, going through a portal. Yeah, there's still in this reading also sense of, getting through. Transforming, changing, following a new path, going through a portal in order to achieve this beautiful sentiment here, this beautiful feeling. All right, so let's see more in detail. What is going on? Okay, I'm not getting jumpers for these readings. I'm going to cut the cards, the deck in three like I do for every other reading, and I'll take the cards from the top. But just so you know, let's see if these cards have any value in this reading, if they come back. We have the Five of Fire and the Elder of Water. These two cards, I think they were in one of the readings. It might have been either Leo or Virgo or Cancer, maybe. Yes, it was Cancer, I think. You may want to take a look at that reading, just so out of curiosity. Let's put them back in the deck. So it's conflict with the within yourself. An emotional conflict, so to speak, or maybe conflict and obstacles external with an external person, which could be a Cancer or a Scorpio or a Pisces, or somebody who embodies the qualities of the King of Water. Okay, so let's see, what does joy mean to you this month, Capricorn? This is a humongous card. This is the Enchanted Förhäxa Tarot by MJ Cullinan. If you're curious about the decks I use in my readings, take a look at the description of the video. I normally list them in there, and as well as the timestamps for the reading. So, from the top of the deck, general circumstances, Nine of Earth again. So I think Scorpio got this card as well. This is the self-accomplishment, self-discipline, hard work. I'm not amazed to see this card in your general energy. hardworking person. You tend to work like a staccanovist until everything is done, until the goal is achieved. You just keep going, and it might take some time. You're not afraid of, working hard and working long, like the Nine of Pentacles normally suggests, because you are like laser focused when it comes to achieving your goals, and you will not stop. And doesn't matter if it takes a long time, like chronologically this card might indicate. You're not afraid of working long and hard. What is the challenge for you? Six of Air. It's kind of moving on, and I really feel like, it's about, kind of unplug. This card for me is telling, it's clearly saying sometimes you need to unplug. You need to move on. You need to leave the hardships, the difficulties, the challenges, the conflicts, the problems, the hard work, everything behind. And sometimes you just need a vacation. This for me is the vacation card. Literally. Getting on a cruise, getting on a boat, go on a resort, travel, go away, move on, leave the problems behind, take a moment of respite from this hard work. Guidance. And it feels like because it's in the challenging position, you're unable, it's as if it came out in reverse. You're unable to detach yourself from the daily grind. It feels like for you, and it's true, if you know Capricorns, they don't take breaks. And it's really, really hard for them to unplug, so to speak, because they just want to keep going at it and keep going at it until the job is done in a satisfactory manner. Of all things. Then Six of Earth. Acknowledge the fact that you need help. Sometimes you cannot do everything by yourself. I know that it's part of your character. I know that it's part of your pride. I know that you are unmovable when it comes to, making the decision to delegate work to other people. You like to work by yourself. But sometimes you have to acknowledge that you have to accept help from other people. You do. I know that you might be afraid with the Six of Coins card that maybe sometimes the help doesn't comes actually with strings attached for you, and you don't want that kind of relationship. But I have the feeling that this is a kind of unconditional offer that you might receive of help, because you do need it. You need a break. The Hermit. Again, this very individualistic, solitary energy. You prefer to do things by yourself. That's it. You prefer to do things by yourself. But maybe this is also a card that says that you will actually be looking for help. You will be willing and open to look for help and receive help. We don't have the lantern like we normally find in a traditional deck for you, Capricorn, here. But the way I like to use directionality, sometimes you actually are facing the energy of the Six of Earth, which means that you might actually be at some point looking for solutions that involve help from other people. In this card, this character looks pretty forlorn. It's looking at this person, this fae here, fae creature is looking at the sea, and we're looking at fish, which for me are symbols of abundance. So I know that for you, the material well-being is paramount, is the most important thing. And if you are financially stable, then you're also emotionally stable. You cannot, feel happy unless everything materially around you is exactly as you want it to be. So it feels to me like if there's a concern about material things, financial assets, material stability, sometimes hard work doesn't mean that you have to do everything by yourself. Sometimes it means that you can also need to be, open to help, material help. It could be a financial help from other people. Okay. And certainly feels to me like you need to take a break and start looking around and see if anybody out there can help you. And, after all, with this joy energy, seems to be, things will seem, pretty positive for you. I have the feelings that you will actually find what you need, what you're looking for. Knight of Air and Ten of Earth. Not surprised to see the Ten of Earth in a Capricorn reading, because this is what you have in mind. It's center and forefront in everything you do. It's the material security. And it's not kind of greedy, being greedy and avid. No, it's about, you know, being able to provide for other people here. That's what you have in mind. Provide for other people. You want to be able to provide for other people. Let's read from the guidebook for you. What is the Joy card? You're on the threshold of something, and hopefully this is the, you know, especially if this Nine of Pentacles comes with a little bit of drama or problems. If you achieved certain goals, but you did it at the cost of, you know, grievances and problems and grief and challenges and drama, it's time to unplug, leave that behind, move on, take a break, even just a temporary break, and look for help. Joy, happiness, wonder, and radiance, like the sun breaking through the darkness, illuminating the earth. Today I will smile and laugh with the world and radiate light. I see the wonders of life, which fill my heart with joy. I remain lighthearted, which is very hard for a Capricorn, especially if they're busy working. Not letting anything burden my essence. Yeah, really, like the Six of Swords here in this case indicates you need to leave those burdens behind. You really need to this time. I acknowledge the positive in life. This is a moment of happiness and gratitude. You really need to open up yourself to relationships that might help you, and focus on the positive, focus on what is good and it's going well in your life, rather than focusing on what you haven't achieved yet. And I know that that's on your mind. You will not feel well until you reach that Ten of Pentacles. But so there it is, Capricorn. Let me know how the reading resonated with you. Like, share, subscribe on your way out. Hit the notification bell so you can receive information about my next uploads. And now we're moving on and we're doing Aquarius. Aquarius, the sun, moon, rising sign with placements of in Aquarius of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. This is your general reading for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So we are 1 week into June. So these predictions and prescriptions might be valid for the also for the beginning of July. For entertainment purposes, please disregard whatever doesn't resonate with you and filter the readings through the lenses of your personal circumstances. They might resonate with you entirely and partially. Messages might be spread also in other signs that have a presence in your natal chart and an influence in your natal chart. So there might be messages for you regarding different areas of your life. As I shuffle the cards and invite the spirit guides and of the pure white light and the guardian angels to provide me with clarity, guidance, and inspiration, I would like to remind you that I'm open to private readings. If you want to book one, you can reach out to me at the email address that you will find in the description of each of my videos. So let's see, what is the general theme, general energy of the month of June, beginning of July for you, Aquarius? Ambition. Ambition, and I would like to add, this is a very Aquarian card because she reminds me of the Queen of Swords. Look at the sword that she's holding. And you're willing to be pretty drastic in order to follow your ambition, whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever your goal is. Look at all the ruins behind you. You're kind of leaving a situation behind, and you're ready to wield the sword to free yourself of any tie or anybody who will be an obstacle to your ambition. Quite belligerent in look, this card, quite determined. So let's see with the tarot what's going on during the month of June and beginning of July for you, Aquarius. Ambition. You're not afraid to tell people exactly where they need to go if they are of an hindrance to you and to the implementation of your dreams and goals. Interesting. Let's see, 4 cards, cutting the deck in 3 and pulling from the top. 1, 2, and 3. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in Aquarius. All right, general energy of your circumstances. What are you going through? Ace of Water. So you're emotionally open to something. You're willing to open up to an emotional reawakening. It could be a passion of any kind. Most of the signs had readings and messages regarding their relationships. It might be the case with you. It could also be something that you're passionate about, not necessarily a personal relationship. This could be also a general well-being, as the cup for me represents the well-being, and every ace represents the self. So let's see, what is the challenge for you? The Nine of Earth. Again, this is another card that has been coming out of the deck a lot, also in other readings. It was also in the reading for Capricorn. So this could be also a passion that you have, a project, a craft, something like a creative project. This could be health in general, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, well-being in general. I don't do physical health readings, but if there's something that comes through the cards, I will tell you. So this is a card that indicates self-accomplishment, achievements, goals that you achieve through hard work, consistent, very self-disciplined work. It means that you might be tired. You might be very tired. You might be, very close to achieving a goal, but not there yet. Let's see what the guidance is. The Three of Fire. And the possible outcome, the Nine of Air. Yes, I see how you are very anxious about the situation. The energy of this card is, I can feel it, is not an entirely positive one. I really feel like your heart is not at peace. It really isn't here. You're your mind might be troubled somehow by thoughts of this goal that you want to achieve. You seem to be pretty anxious about it. But just keep in mind that whatever worries you, it might be just a construct of your mind. You might see enemies where there are none. You might see dangers and problems where there are none. You're just projecting your fears into a reality that I believe is quite different from what you're projecting. I do believe that you have worked hard to achieve this emotional gratification here. You can actually count on on the fact that your effort will bring results, like this Three of Fire indicates, and that unfortunately you are a victim of your own negative thinking. You are projecting negative thoughts on this situation. You might have like nighttime nightmares about it, daytime nightmares, but actually this is something that you are just projecting, and be careful. You might be also manifesting if you focus too much on these negative thoughts. So this Ace of Cups might represent for you anything: a new relationship, a new job, especially if it involves something that makes you emotionally gratified, and a creative sort of something. It could be your general well-being. It could be self-love. I would like to pull a clarifier for that. You have the Three of Earth and the Ten of Earth. It might be regarding something. Something regarding your financial stability, your profession, your work path. But let me pull another card for that Ace of Cups. What is it? The Star. Yes, it could be love. The Star is a wish, is a dream. It's a dream that you have. There's an ambition here, a dream that you have in mind. And it feels like you've been working and working and working, and maybe you feel like you haven't achieved that goal yet. But keep working, and try to stay positive. Free yourself from your fears, your doubts, and the self-doubt, and stop projecting, these bad thoughts on reality. Stay positive. The biggest thing about manifestation is to be grateful for what you have. Stay rooted in reality. Be thankful for your achievements, and this is what can invite. Project yourself in a positive way into the future. Imagine the future in a positive way, because thoughts have an energy and have a power. Let's read from the guidebook for you, Aquarius. What is this ambition about? Maybe some messages will be empowering for you. So aspiration, motivation, and initiative. So I really feel that this is about a big dream of yours with this star card here. Don't lose hope. There's something that you have in your heart, this wish, this desire. And I really feel like you are actually your worst enemy right now, because you're projecting negative thoughts and fears that they're not justified. They're not based in reality. No matter the number of goals I want to accomplish this day, I have the confidence and ambition needed to succeed. Insecurities, with this nine of air, insecurities will not affect me. I know my capacity and I have your capacity. You're a very accomplished person. You are a hardworking, able, capable, and you have tools at your disposal. You're hardworking, so you shouldn't be afraid of not reaching this goal. I know my capacity and I have all the motivation to reach my objectives. I'm filled with, which is the 3 of Fire card, I'm filled with light and energy as I pursue my triumphs with belief in my inner strength. All right, I hope this message helped you and gave you a little bit of, guidance and boosted your ego a little bit. Let me know in the comment section how this reading resonated with you. Aquarius, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Stay tuned, more videos will come, more readings. And if you need to go a little deeper, it feels like you, I don't know, some of you might have more questions about this situation, don't be shy, reach out to me. The email address is in the description of the video. You can book a private reading with me. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck with anything, Aquarius. And now we're moving on and we are reading for Pisces, our last sign. All right, sign number 12, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in Pisces. What do you need to know? General energy check-in for entertainment purposes only for the month of June, 3 weeks, and maybe into the month of July. Messages regarding different spheres of your life might come through. Just take with you whatever resonates with your personal story and disregard what doesn't ring a bell with your personal circumstances. It might resonate with you entirely or partially, and your messages might actually be spread among different signs according to what your natal chart looks like. So let's ask the Oracle, the Luminescent Oracle by Anna Neves, a US Games mass market deck that I'm really loving. What is the general theme for you? I'm looking at 2 cards that are really calling my name. I only pulled 1 for each of the signs, but you know what, for you Pisces, I might do a little exception. We have balance and we have insight. Okay, the insight card has been coming up at least 3 times in these readings today. And as a, just so you know, most of the readings were about love and relationships. So let's see what comes through for you. Inside, you bottom of the deck, choices. So I really feel like before you're making some important choices, you need to ground yourself, find balance. This is also a very Libra card, which implies the idea of choices and a necessary step that you need to take to gain some more insight. You need to gain knowledge. You need to be more aware of what is going on around you. What do you need to know to make this decision? What do you need to know to find your balance, to find your center? You might have to rely on your intuition, especially if you cannot get the right signals from the environment. You might have to rely on your intuition. There's something that you don't know yet, something that needs to be revealed. And balance. We'll read from the guidebook for these 2 cards at the end of the reading. The write-up in the guidebook is pretty nice for this deck. From the Enchanted Förhäxa Tarot by MJ Kalane. This is the Hay House version of a previously independently published deck that I'm loving too. I'm actually pulling cards from this deck every day. What do you need to know? 4 cards. the general energy of your circumstances, the obstacle, challenges, what's crossing your situation, and then guidance and possible outcome. I will divide the deck in 3, and I will pull cards from the top for you. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. Oh my goodness, there was this card in shuffled in. The ambition card. This is the card from the previous reading from Aquarius. Now, I don't know if I want to give any meaning to this card in this reading. Might have been just, you know, a by chance in the card. But just keep in mind, there's something, a goal that you have in mind, something that you're trying to achieve this month, Pisces. All right, your circumstances, your situation, the 3 of Fire. This card was in the guidance position for Aquarius. What is, you know, you have worked hard for something. You made your choices. You're taking steps towards a certain goal. Now you're waiting for the results. You're waiting for your ships to come in. What is crossing the situation? The 4 of Earth. Now, it might be a reading about financial resources, material assets. The challenge might be that you're either too attached to certain results, your expectations might kind of hinder you, or maybe because you might have a concern about your financial security, you might be, you know, trying to gather as much as you can. Maybe you don't want to compromise some of your assets. You know, sometimes we have to invest money, we have to spend some money in order to achieve certain results, and you don't feel like you want to do that. You're afraid of what, you know, getting rid of some assets might entail. This could be also that you actually need more. You need to save more. You need to have a better financial cash flow in order to achieve the results that you want. What is the guidance for you? We have the Moon. This Moon card in this position here has come up for different signs. So now, when I look at the Moon in the guidance, I look at the positive aspects. Now, with this inside card and this energy that is very reminiscent of the High Priestess card, there's a need for you to follow your intuition. If you are doubting the situation because it's not clear enough, there's something that you don't know, there's some information, piece of information that is missing and you need to dig deeper, you need to trust your intuition. Don't let the doubts and the fears and the lack of knowledge and the obscurity and the darkness stop you from moving on. Sometimes when nothing brings light in our circumstances, you have to go within. You have to trust your instinct. What is your instinct telling you about this situation? Possible outcome. We have the 2 of Fire. Planning. I don't see you taking any particular action, making any particular decision during the month of June, beginning of July. It feels to me like you need to do some more researches. You need to think about this situation more carefully. Before you make a decision, you need to listen. You know, whenever I see birds in cards, for me, those are messages that come to you from other people. They might come also from angelic being. They might come from your higher self. They might come from your spirit guides. Listen, keep your ears open. This is what I'm hearing right now. Keep your ears open. This is how you can get inside. And don't be in a rush. You don't have to make any particular decision right now. You need to listen to your intuition, listen to what other people or your, you know, spirit guides tell you about the situation before you make a decision and you move forward. Bottom of the deck, out of curiosity, we have a Page of Earth. So this might as well be something regarding your career, your workplace, your profession, your finances, some decision that involves the use of assets, your material foundations. We have the Page of Earth, the 8 of Water, and the 4 of Air. And the Wheel of Fortune. Again, there's this energy of changing, incumbent change. Everybody seems to be on the threshold of some important change in their life, whether it is something regarding your relationships or your professional path or your, you know, major decision that might guarantee financial stability in your life. It feels like everybody's walking away from something and is embracing something new. But think about it very, very carefully. This is what this Two of Fire is telling you here with the inside. Balance. I mean, this is what you're invited to do. Weigh out your possibilities, your options very carefully before you make a decision that makes the scales weigh more on one side rather than the other one. For you Pisces, let's read from the guidebook. We have the Balance card. Harmony, peace, and stability. Taking a step back from the disorder, I find my balance. The recent sufferings and trials that I have tolerated are in the past. What is in the now is my inner peace, which I will treasure. I have come to terms with regaining my stability and energy and know what I want for what lies ahead. Today, I will live in harmony with the world. And for inside, the message is awareness, intuition, and perception. Today, I'm perceptive and know that having a clear view through the darkness is a gift. I'm aware of my surroundings and have insight into what is in front of me. What is in front of you? See? We have a view of this card, of this character from behind. This little fae is making the decision to go through some sort of portal here, which always indicates for me the threshold of a big change, of a big decision in life, whatever is going on with you during the month of June. And, you're pondering, you're considering, you're understanding your environment. The light will shine on me and show me the right way. Today, everything will become crystal clear. You might also, this card might indicate, in general, indicates fear, concern, being preoccupied with something, and your first instinct is to keep everything in, to protect everything, to keep everything close to your chest. So let me know in the comment section, Pisces, what is this reading about? If it resonates with you. I always enjoy reading your constructive feedback. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Stay tuned because there will be more readings. There will be also more reviews of new decks that I've been working with that I really enjoyed during the past weeks. And until I see you next time, many blessings. Wow, beloved Leo, I deeply apologize. I was going through the video, the recording, to get the timestamps for all the signs, and I realized that I didn't do a reading for you. So you will find the reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising sign with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus at the end of the video instead of its usual 5th place in the list. So I'm really sorry. I really apologize. But anyway, I'm glad I caught my own mistake. So this will be a general energy check-in for the month of June. We're already into the first week. The second week is about to start. So my predictions and prescriptions for this general reading might go into the month of July as well for you, Leo. Now, this is a reading for entertainment purposes only. It might resonate with you entirely or partially. It might cover different areas of your life. So please filter the reading through the lenses of your personal circumstances and disregard whatever doesn't resonate with your personal story. Let me know in the comment section anyway how the reading was helpful, how it resonated with your own life story. All right, let's see. So I'm going to use again for you the Luminescent Oracle by Anna Neves for the general theme of the month, the energy of the months, and then we'll do my usual reading with 4 tarot cards using the Enchanted Förhäxa tarot by MJ Cullinane for a more detailed view of your energy. As usually, if the reading resonated with you and you would like to dig a little deeper or have any sort of queries for me, I'm just an email away for booking a personal private reading. You can reach me at the email address that you will find in the description of this video. That's the only way to get access to personal readings with me. All right, let's begin. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. So now, if you know what your natal chart looks like, you you will probably understand that your messages might be spread among several signs, because your natal chart is a complex portrait of your personality and your life, so messages might be spread among more than one sign. So let's see for you, Leo, what do you need to know about the month of June going into July? We have acceptance. This card has showed her its face before with another sign, but there's another card that is looking at me. Choices. So it's a form of it's a way to apologize for leaving you for the very end of this video. I'm okay with pulling two cards. So acceptance and choices. This card came out for another sign in this reading, and the way I look at this card is like, once you make light, once you achieve a certain knowledge, once you receive like insights and you get a certain illumination, once you make clarity in your life, you will be able to accept your circumstances, whether they are positive and negative, especially when they are challenging, especially when you're going through a challenge situation. Sometimes we just have to accept what is going on. Stop struggling, stop going against the flow, accept what the universe has for you, because there's a meaning and a purpose for everything. And you might be facing some choices right now. We have two ships here. One of them is in the light, the other one is in the dark, and this person is kind of scrying in this bird's bath. It looks like a bird's bath, but it feels like this person is crying water, looking into the future. Maybe some of you are actually, you are watching right now a tarot reading to know something about what's coming next in your life in the month of June. So for some of you, the solution might be actually consult a tarot reader, a rune reader, whatever, doing your own readings with your own deck of cards, oracle deck cards, or tarot. So let's see more in details what is going on with you. What is this? Choices and acceptance energy. Bottom of the deck is restraint. It almost looks like Pandora before she opens the Pandora box. So what kind of Pandora box are you about to open as a consequence of these choices? And what is it that you need to accept and come into terms with? 4 cards as usual from the tarot. This is the beautiful Fae-inspired tarot deck, the Enchanted Förhäxa tarot. Informations about the decks that I use are in the description of this video. And I will pull 4 cards as usual, cutting the deck in 3 for you, Leo, my beautiful Leo. I have an important Leo placement in my chart. My moon is in Leo in the 5th house. Okay, let's see, what do you need to know? What to expect during the month of June, beginning of July? What do you need to know? Okay, 1 card for the general energy of your circumstances, of your situation, and we have the Fool. A new beginning, taking steps, inspired steps, taking a leap of faith, trusting yourself. These bees here maybe are an indication we're talking about work, possibly like a new job maybe. Temperance is your challenge. Patience seems to be your problem, Leo. Waiting, temperance, try to balance yourself a little bit more before you take a leap of faith, before you take a step into the unknown. That's in order not for you not to take a foolish step, I might say. Wheel of Fortune in the guidance, trusting fate, Trust fate. As I said before, when I was trying to explain the acceptance card, you know, sometimes when you make choices, you can do two things. One of them is just when you realize that there's nothing that you can really do, or when you are unsure of what to do, sometimes you have to trust the universe. You have to go with the flow. You have to let the universe choose for you, direct you in the right direction. Especially if you're taking steps towards something completely new, especially when you don't know what comes next. Now, what the cards are telling you is that you really need to trust your intuition, and you really need to trust the universe. With this moon card here at the end, this could also be referring to a lunar cycle, which means that you might want to wait for an opportunity that might present itself to you within a lunar cycle, 29 days, 27 days, whatever that is, a month. Or you might want to wait for the next new moon to manifest something, the next full moon to reap the, the rewards of something that you've been manifesting before. Anyway, this is about a cycle that might be coming to an end. It might be an opportunity that you need to wait for in order to make the right choice and accept maybe things as they are, because sometimes we have to let God, let the universe, let the higher guides to guide our steps in a new direction, especially when there is a major new beginning. This with the Fool card, it feels like you're about to take a steps through a threshold, and this was a common theme throughout the entire zodiac, all the zodiac signs. There was this theme of change or transformation, of taking steps through a threshold, almost for everybody, I would say. Now, I don't have any specific indication for you to understand if this is a reading about your career path, any financial decision for your stability, financial stability. Not sure if this is a relationship. I don't think so, although that was the theme for almost all the other signs. It feels to me like you're on the precipice of something, of a transformation, of a new cycle, starting a new cycle in your life. It could be anything, a new relationship, a new job, a new course of studies, a new home, anything. But at this point, I would say you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust your guides. You have to trust the universe. Let fate decide for you. If you're comfortable with it, these are reading for entertainment purposes only. Ultimately, you are the one that makes choices for your life. So free will is absolutely important. Nothing is set in stone. But there's this idea with the Wheel of Fortune and the moon. Wheel of Fortune is waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for this Wheel of Fortune to turn the right way for you. And this could be an indication, a time indication. Check your calendar, see when the next full moon and new moon are, depending on what you want to do, depending on if you want to manifest, plant the seeds for something new in your life. You might have to wait about a month. I really feel like this is about a lunar cycle more than a solar cycle. So it's something that will happen within the month, within the lunar cycle. It's about having patience. You need to accept your situation for what it is right now. Don't be impatient. This Fool card gives me also the sense of impatience, of doing things in a little bit recklessly. Of taking the steps just, guided by the inspiration of the moment. But the Temperance card in the challenging position tells me is that your problem right now is to be patient, is to remain grounded, is to be balanced when it comes to make a decision. I'm tempted to say that it might be something regarding your work environment. Even if there are no pentacles here, the bees for me are the epitome of the working spirit animals. So it might be a very general reading. So the advice for you anyway is to follow the flow, trust God, trust the universe, wait it might be a matter of a few weeks before this opportunity that you're waiting for you will show up. But let's see what the bottom of this deck says. And this is a big cycle that comes to the end, and it comes to the end in a successful manner. It's the end of a cycle, and it's a pretty successful here with the Six of Fire, the Six of Wands, and the Sun, and the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Water, and the Ace of Waters. There's this energy of a new beginning, something that will happen in July with this Sun card. This is the Leo card. I think this might be a time marker. There's something that is going to happen for you. It's going to be a big achievement, and the possibility of closing a cycle in a very positive manner and start a new one. New opportunities coming your way, a new beginning, a new passion. But it's very positive, Leo, and I think that July is really going to be your month. Accept the fact that sometimes things are in God's hands, in fate's hands, not in our own. For the time being, if you feel comfortable, you might, pull out your tarot cards and your runes and casting the runes and read, your future, or get some guidance through the cards. Restraint. And this is a restraint that the Fool card needs. Cannot be too reckless right now. Don't be too impatient and eager to take some steps to start something new. Gotta wait. I think that some important revelations and insights and opportunities will show up for you within the next 4 weeks. Or anyway, check the lunar cycles for the month of June and July to get a better idea if you work with lunar cycles. Let's read from the guidebook for the acceptance and the choices cards. Leo. Acceptance, approval, understanding, and embrace. As days pass, I discover a greater understanding of who I am. Today, I thank both my blessings and my flaws for helping me to establish who I am. I embrace the choices I have made along the way, and I accept the misadventures that have made me stronger. I admire how I have managed to flourish and have come to love myself. I know I am brave and beautiful, and after all, you're a Leo. Brave and beautiful. It just fits the description of this sun sign. Choices. So you're faced with some important choices during the month of June and July. New beginnings, wonderful new beginnings. But, sometimes in excessive self-confidence, which might be indicated by the Fool energy and the fact that the Leo astrological is the sign of the self-confidence. You might, rely too much on that, and the universe is telling you, slow down for a second. Get grounded. You need to wait. The right opportunity will show up for you, but you need to wait. Choices, possibility, desire, opportunity. It's all about opportunities here. It was also in the cards on the bottom of the decks. In the bottom of the deck, it was the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups. There was the Sun card, the World card, and the Six of Fires. All cards, the Sun and the Six of Fire, are both Leo cards. So your season is in July. Something important will happen in July, but you need to prepare now. If you're tempted to just take that leap of faith, a leap in the dark, wait. Making choices can be difficult, as not everyone will agree with your decision. Choices lead to consequences, and those outcomes can lead to hardship. I have faith that the world has good things in store for me, and they do with this Wheel of Fortune card and the World card on the bottom of the deck. So I believe in my choices. I'm confident that I know what is best for me, and I will prevail. Just one advice comes from the universe. You got to be patient, and you have to wait. Don't be in a haste. Don't be in a hurry. All right. Thank you so much, Leo, for being with me and for being patient enough. You will find your reading at the end of this very long video. I apologize about that. Thank you for your time. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Give me your feedback in the comment section. Let me know how these readings resonate with you. And if you feel like you need to go deeper, you can contact me at the email address that you will find in the description of this video to book a private reading. Thank you so much and many blessings.